What's good, everyone? I hope you're having a great day. And in today's video, we're going to discuss everything I watched in January of 2025. And starting on the 1st of January, it was the In-Betweeners movie, which I rewatched. And I got to say, I really love this one. Always had a soft spot. I think it just has such a vibe to it. It's got a great soundtrack. It's genuinely a perfect, comedy film, in my opinion. It makes me want a lad's holiday. That's all I got to say about it. And then skipping forward on the 10th of January, I know I've been lacking in game and watching films, was the In-Betweeners 2. And this one is not as strong as the first. It's kind of I don't know. I still enjoy it. It's still great. It's a good comedy. I just feel like it's a step or two down from the original. But that's to be expected with most sequels. And then on the 11th, I watched the 2000s film Romeo Must Die. And I didn't like this bit. I didn't like this one bit. Like, not at all. I just think it's kind of bad. I hate these like modern reimaginations of Shakespeare bits, because this was just Romeo and Juliet but with kung fu, and it was shit. I'm gonna be honest. I really hate it. It was bad. And then I moved on to watch Nosferatu on the same day, ready for the 2025 one. Still haven't seen that. And I know Americans will say it came out in 2024. Shut up, I'm British and it didn't release till New Year's Day here. But anyway, yeah, I don't like Nosferatu, the 1922 one. It was boring and I could barely lock into it. I'm gonna be real. I appreciate it for what it did for the horror genre and the creation of that iconic SpongeBob bit. Then who was flickering their lives? But as of today, it just isn't scary and isn't entertaining. Uh, he did used to scare me in the SpongeBob bit though. Like, I used to be terrified of Nosferatu. Hopefully, when I do get around to the 2025 version, it will be better. And then moving on, I watched a short film called OCD Obsessa Coercio Deuce, which is available on YouTube. And pretty good short film, not gonna lie. Seeing the guy who plays Trevor in this was a bit of a bizarre thing. I mostly remember him for Better Call Saul, but whatever. Not a bad short film at all. I enjoyed it. Nothing really sticks out. I watched that on the 12th of January. Skipping forward to the 14th of January, I saw that Straight Outta Compton was leaving Netflix, so I decided to rewatch that. And that is in my top four on Letterboxd. It's one of my top four films of all time. It's an amazing biopic. I will probably do a whole video about it at some point, so I don't want to say too much. But if you want to know my thoughts, love it. Best biopic ever. So well casted. Beautiful music. It is all around great. I got so many reviews of it on Letterboxd from where I've watched it so much. You can go read one of those if you want. Oh yeah, that was a rewatch, by the way. Straight Out Compton. That was the not too bad. We had a good list there where it wasn't rewatches. But then I had another rewatch, which was Escape Room on the 14th of January, um, which I don't know. I remember that being more scary. But then again, last time I watched it, I was like 12, so a long time ago now. Um, but yeah, no, it's not bad. It's just nothing special in my opinion. But what do you expect from a horror film made about escape rooms? It's purely made to capitalize on a trend in 2019, no less, when I think they were at their peak. Anyway, on the 15th of January, I watched Von Ryan's Express, which I thought was a bit shit. It was just Inglorious Bastards, but midder. I really have no thoughts on this. I'm gonna be real. It is Frank Sinatra acting in it in it though, so that's kind of weird because I always think of him as a singer, but not a bad actor, Frank Sinatra apparently. Crazy. And then on the 17th of January, I watched The Interview for the first time. It's absolutely insane that I hadn't seen this up until this point because it really seemed like my kind of thing. And it was really good. It's probably one of my new favorite comedy films. Um, I might even stick it on after this for a rewatch. Yeah, but no, really good. I enjoyed. I recommend this one. It's got some good comedy. I know James Franco and Seth Rogen have fallen out now, but I still really like it. And I think it still held its value, even if some of it has aged a bit. Eh. And the portrayal of Kim Jong Un was really funny. Also, just the whole history of the film, around the film, where fucking Sony got hacked for making this. Incredibly funny. I know my daughters are probably swimming about there now because of it, but still, I chuckle, I laugh. And then also on the 17th of January, I rewatched Back to Black, the Amy Winehouse biopic. A great biopic. I was never a big Amy Winehouse fan before I saw this film for the first time last year. I am now. The music's great, the acting's great. It's a really good biopic, man. What can I say? It's great. I recommend you go watch it. Although I know that it's not too good at saying like her actual life. It was very, oh, you did drugs and you drank, but sadly, that is what she's mostly remembered for, and it has to be a key part of the biopic. So I know some people were disappointed about it, but I can let it go. And then on the 18th, I watched The Kid Who Would Be King, sorry, and it's cringe. It's terrible. I hated it. I remember nothing about it. I kind of just blanked it out of my mind. It's one of the few films I've actually given half a star on Letterboxd, which is crazy. Then also on the 18th, I decided to cleanse my eyes a bit with Turner and the Hooch, which I really enjoy. It's one of those ones where I do have to be in the mood for it, but felt like it. It was on TV, not bad. It was a decent rewatch. Um, Also on the 18th, I watched Only Fools and Horses: Secrets and Scandals, which is a 2022 documentary about Only Fools and Horses. Not bad, not a bad documentary. There's not much I can say. If you're a fan of it, you're gonna get a kick out of the documentary. This is where we really start to ramp up now. I mean, like with me trying to catch up with watching, because I had this idea to watch a film a day. I'm lacking on it now, but whatever. Moving on the 21st, I rewatched Avengers: Infinity War. Still brilliant, still amazing to this day. Still gets me teary eyed at the end there. On the 22nd, I watched Avengers Endgame, and this peak. I can't believe there are people who genuinely believe Infinity War is better than Endgame. Those people are wrong. I mean, you can't beat the time travel hijinks of this film, the iconic scenes like the Avengers Assemble fight, and that girl power scene. That is how you do female-centric shit in films without it being forced. And those beautiful endings for characters like Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, who we saw from like day one of the MCU. Brilliant. They haven't made anything like this in the MCU since. And I think the best we've got is like No Way Home and Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I'd even say like I enjoyed Ant-Man, the third one, but I know a lot of people didn't. But yeah, then on the 22nd, we stopped rewatching stuff because I went in to watch Alien Romulus. It feels a bit like you're playing the Alien hits, but I liked it. The vibes all round were really good. There's so much red in this. I hope this thing wins the Oscar for production design, which I said I wanted it to. You know, I originally wanted Dune to win, but now I want this to win because fucking it's great, man. I think this has it in the bag. The Oscars are a conversation for another day, by the way. 'Cause fuck me, it's been a bad year for films at the minute with the way it's going. But the characters in Alien Romulus are complex. I like that. This feels like a human story with an alien coat of paint, and I love a story with humans and their complexities at its core. I hope we get Romulus 2 at some point. And then moving on the 22nd, I watched the Mean Girls remake for the first time. And maybe it's an unnecessary remake and adaptation, but I don't care. It's corny, silly, and stupid, but most of all, it's fun. That and it uses its modern day setting to its benefit to regress the story and tell jokes. I particularly love the joke about the PE teacher analyzing the girl's form on TikTok. I thought that was really funny. Music wasn't too bad. I mean, I always loved Renee Rapp's song at the end. The choreography that went along with all the songs was good too, and I love the editing. This is a stylistic melting pot, and I love films like that. So yeah, this one was going to do pretty good in my books. And then next, I watched Lisa Frankenstein. We're still on the 22nd. I had a busy day. I've been meaning to get around to this one for a while, and it was pretty underwhelming, sadly. But stylistic, as I said last time, love a stylistic film. I was kind of let down, but not at the same time. It was what I expected and less. It's kind of weird. A rewatch at some point will probably clear up my thoughts on Lisa Frankenstein. And then moving on the 25th, I watched Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and fuck that ending. Jesus Christ. I love this film, man. It's great. Me and my autistic ass want more Sonic and more Shadow. And yeah, Amy's cameo at the end, Sonic 4 is going to be peak. There's really nothing I can say here. Sonic 3 is already being memed to death with the HD release online. So yeah, I just go watch this one. That's all I have to say about that. Then also on the 25th, I watched The Wild Robot for the first time, and they cooked way too hard. Pixar can get fucked. Like, it's insane that the best Pixar film of the last, like, what, few years came from DreamWorks. You see what happens when you make a good film, guys? People turn up, and now it's nominated for an Oscar. I think it's nominated for Best Animated Film, which I want it to win. I've had it in the bag to win since I watched this. I don't know if it was nominated before or after the 25th, but yeah. And then moving on to the last film of January 2025, the best film I watched, in my opinion, Infinity Pool, on the 29th of January. First time I'm watching it. And yeah, I'm not just saying it's the best film I watched because of Mia Goth, but yeah, that would help. This is not all what I anticipated it to be, but wow. Infinity Pool was bizarre and out there. It was uncomfortable but intriguing, and the premise of the film is unique and executed extremely well. The cast was great, especially the main lead, and I liked the ending, non-stop twists. It was beautifully shot, there were amazing visual effects, and a booming score that only added to like the intensity and off-putting sense of the film, which it had the whole time. And I mean, Mia Goth, as I said, great, amazing. She's amazing in everything she does. She has this incredible talent of arousing me in everything she does, except things that should actually be arousing. Because fuck me, this was a rough watch. But I would watch it again. So yeah, clearly not too bad. But that was everything I watched in January, guys. Let me know what you watched in January and what you rewatched. I'd be really curious to find out. Hopefully I remember to keep this up for February. Yeah, but thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.